What's going on, everybody out in YouTube land, and welcome back to a new episode of GBA. In this episode, we're going to be doing the second installment of a series that I started, but I haven't done anything with in a little while, but I really do want to continue with this series going forward. So basically, this series is me talking about some arcade games that I feel like are a little bit more obscure and could deserve a little bit more attention, because a lot of times I feel like arcade games can be left out of a lot of people's experiences because a lot of people don't go to arcades these days, let's be honest. So yeah, so as of today, you can play a lot of these arcade games, whether it's through emulators or, you know, basically you can play a lot of arcade games that are released on compilation discs to like modern platforms like PS4, Xbox One, and all the, you know, consoles that came out before that pretty much. But yeah, so without further ado, today's game that we are going to be talking about is a racing game, and it's called Dirty Driving. So I want to say first, I do have my iPad with me so I can look up some of the bullet points that I wrote down so I don't really forget to tell you guys stuff. So yeah, what is Dirty Driving? It is basically a combat racing game. It was released in 2011 in the United States. I think at a later date it came out in China, but I'm not exactly sure of that, so please forgive me. It was developed by Specular Interactive, and it was released by Raw Thrills. So Raw Thrills has basically released quite a few really neat arcade racing games that I've been enjoying a lot lately. So yeah, like I said, this is a combat racing game. Plays a lot like a kart racer, except obviously you're not in karts. So some cool things about this game is there's a lot of different variety in the vehicles that you can drive. Also, there's a lot of different variety in the levels that you can drive through. So you have everything from like volcano levels that have dinosaurs in them, and you have like Arctic levels that have the abominable snowmen in them. And there's a lot of different interactive features in the environments, which makes it really fun to race through. The game has really impressive graphics for 2011, at least in my opinion. The game looks fantastic, and that really draws you into the environment that you're racing in. And on a certain note, the soundtrack is amazing too, especially if you like tunes that really rock out. And to me, those kind of tunes get me into the mood for racing. I do know that the title track of the game that plays throughout the opening menu sequences is actually made by White Zombie. So I'm guessing that could give you guys a good indication of what kind of music is in this game. So one of the interesting things about Dirty Driving is it has a password feature. So you can actually advance in the game and then save it and come back at a later progress and basically start where you left off, which is kind of a newer feature to a lot of more modern arcade machines. Also, this game has a mini game in it once you finish a race where you pull a crank, and it basically activates like a slot machine type game where you can win items to start your next race with. So basically, I guess that's kind of an incentive to keep on racing and putting in quarters and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, that's pretty much a quick breakdown of the game. So a couple more things I wanted to talk about. I will be playing this game in my racing arcade cab, basically my cockpit here. But I don't see why you couldn't play this with a standard Xbox controller or something similar to that. I haven't tried it, but I'm guessing that you could do that pretty easily. But this game really does suit really well with a racing cockpit if you guys have one of those. So how do you play this game? So this game is playable through TechnoParrot. TechnoParrot is not necessarily an emulator. It's more or less like a game loader. So a lot of more modern arcade games are basically just developed through Windows architecture. So basically the TechnoParrot emulator will launch these games pretty much. Let you set the controls and different features like that. So yeah, without further ado guys, I guess I'm going to end this part of the video here. And I hope you guys enjoy the gameplay portion of the video next. Now, I'm not going to like put 15 minutes of gameplay in here because I don't want to bore you to death. But I will give you a good indication of what the game is like. So yeah, without further ado guys, enjoy the gameplay, and I'll catch up with you guys after the gameplay. Alright guys, thank you for sticking through the video and watching that gameplay. I hope you enjoyed that. I'm not the best at video games, obviously, but I do enjoy playing them. And like I said, I've been having a lot of fun with this racing game. It's very, very fun to play. So if you guys have the means to do so, please check this game out. As far as computers go, you don't really need a supercomputer to play this, but you also want to have something that's got decent power to it. And like I said, you can play this game on TechnoParrot. So if you Google that, you'll be able to figure out how to do all that. But yeah, like I said guys, I hope you enjoyed that. I'm probably going to end this video here. I'm going to go open up some boxes, maybe play some more video games, try to enjoy the rest of my evening. I hope you do too. So until next time everyone, I'll see you later.